Nauu: The Lost Eye is a PC VR title that is fun, engaging, and thoughtful throughout. The game is imbued with an everlasting sense of mystery and adventure, a sense that pushes the player forward, forever thrusting them towards danger and mischief in the hopes of uncovering more information about a meteorite-hosted disease and the 3 people who are inexplicably immune to the virus. Now, the beginning of the game is, for lack of better phrasing, so freaking epic. It's all mysterious in the beginning, with these burning pictures setting up the most memorable of storylines. And the way these mysterious hooded figures appear through a portal is so cool. See, this is what VR was made for. Experiencing these epic moments in person, as an actual character, living in the moment. Anyways, after the scary hooded men straight up Dementor soul-suck this alien girl, she's then transported through that very portal into another dimension. This is where the game begins. The Avatar lady adjusts to being propelled into another reality as you become her. You now have really cool looking hands, can walk around, and of course, interact with the environment. Throughout the game, the story progresses, but it never quite lives up to the height of the beginning, and I honestly feel it could have been more involved with the player. Okay, now before we discuss gameplay and content, I have to mention this game's graphics, because if you were expecting some cookie cutter, pretty vanilla kind of plain graphics, you couldn't be further from the truth. Sure, most of the environments are pretty basic and low polygon, but that aesthetic balances beautifully with the more elaborate creatures and creations that reside in this fantastical place. In addition, the game is very clear with some really memorable designs. It's weird, it kinda almost reminds me of realistic Pokemon, Flowhaver, and some Avatar mixed in. Honestly, the graphics alone are a reason to check this thing out. But besides that, I think we have to talk gameplay. And this is where Nauu: The Lost Eye shines brightest and becomes uniquely amazing. The game uses the tried and true format of extensive weaponry, extensive enemy variety, and making extensive use of virtual reality's novel capabilities. So this game is just fun. It's simply a blast to play. The loads of different enemies make it so that you have to play to each one's distinctive weakness in order to win. The designs are spectacular, and the further you progress, the harder and more varied your fights become. You also have to make sure you use the most effective weapon against an enemy. From intricately designed staffs to ferociously fast boomerangs, there are no shortages of weapons. A personal favorite for me are these pinkish purplish grenades that are best used with lots of enemies jammed together. What really freaked me out when I first played was how I actually thought I had killed this rock golem looking thing, moved forward, turned around, and got completely jump scared when I saw an amputated boulder trying to smash me. Overall, it's just a really fun time. The graphics help immensely with the gameplay too, and make it way better. Next, in terms of content, you're set. See, this game has like 10 hours of content, and that was even during the early access. I cannot stress this enough. You are easily getting your bang for a buck, and we honestly don't see this with many VR titles, but it is great to see it here. Lastly, there's loads more to Nauu: The Lost Eye that I left out for either spoil reasons or that they are far more fun finding out for yourself. Like, for example, crafting your own weapons. Yeah, it's really sick finding all these blue square collectibles, then inserting them into a sort of retro sci-fi machine and watching a bow pop out or something. All in all, this is a fantastic action-adventure title that is the embodiment of fun. And while I feel the story could have been a bit more involved at times, and there's a few bugs here and there, it still manages to pull off one heck of a time that I really cannot recommend enough. This is an epic game of epic proportions. Speaking of epic, the devs were kind enough to actually reach out to me and provide me with a free review copy to their amazing game. Though in all honesty, it did not affect my review in any way.